Hi everyone, welcome again to the class of literary readers. Today we are going to discuss the American writers or American literature of Romantic era. So let's proceed. So the first writer is Harriet Beecher Stowe. She is famous for the novel Uncle Tom's Cabin, which was published in the year 1852. It is an anti-slavery novel that depicts human cruelty of slavery. Now, Uncle Tom's Cabin was written after the passage of Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, which was in favor of slavery. Now, this novel seeks to attack this law. Next, we have A Key to Uncle Tom's Cabin, published in the year 1853. Now, there were so many harsh reactions against the novel Uncle Tom's Cabin. So, the writer wanted to defend her novel, so she wrote the novel A Key to Uncle Tom's Cabin. Next, we have Herman Melville. He wrote the novel Typee, A Peep at Polynesian Life, which was published in the year 1846. It is a classic of adventure literature. Here we have the narrator Tomo, and the another important character is Toby, who agrees to accompany narrator on his adventure. The young sailor Tomo narrates the tale and is sympathetic towards the custom and lifestyle of the natives who are living on the island. Next we have Omo, which was published in the year 1847. It was a sequel to the previous novel Typee. Then we have Moby Dick or the Whale, published in the year 1851. It is an epic tale of the voyage of the ship the Pequod and its captain Ahab, who follow the great whale during a journey around the world. The narrator of this novel is Ishmael. Then we have Billy Budd. It was an unfinished novel. The next writer that we have is Nathaniel Hawthorne, who wrote Twice Told Tales, a short story collection which was published in two volumes. The first came in 1837 and the second came in 1842. Then we have Scarlet Letter, a romance published in the year 1850. This novel centers around the typical situation of Hester Prynne, who gives birth to a daughter Pearl after an adulterous affair. Here we have the important characters Roger Chillingworth, who is the husband of Hester Prynne, and Arthur Dimmesdale, who is the father of Pearl. Then we have The House of Seven Gables, a romance published in the year 1851. It is a Gothic novel. The next work by Nathaniel is The Blithedale Romance, published in the year 1852. This novel is based on Hawthorne's own short-lived experience at Brook Farm, where he spent a few months in 1851. The next writer is Edgar Allan Poe, who wrote the short story A Gothic Tale, The Fall of the House of Usher, published in the year 1839. Next, he wrote The Murders in the Rue Morgue, published in the year 1851. It is a short story described as first modern detective story. Then we have The Mask of Red Death, again a short story published in the year 1842. The Black Cat, published in the year 1843. The Telltale Heart, a short story, came in 1843. The Raven, a narrative poem. The Philosophy of Composition, an essay published in the year 1846. And last we have The Poetic Principle, an essay that was published in the year 1850. The next writer we have is Ralph Waldo Emerson, who is known as Sage of Concord. This writer wrote the essay Nature that was published in the year 1836. Then we have Self-Reliance, again an essay published in the year 1841. Brahma, a poem, published in the year 1856. Then we have The Conduct of Life. It was a collection of essays which came in 1860 and revised in 1876. The next writer is Washington Irving. He is known as father of American literature, American Goldsmith, and later day Addison and Steele. He wrote under several pseudonyms like Geoffrey Crayon, Will Wizard, Launcelot Longstophe, Pinder Cockloft, Mustafa Rub Adab Kali Khan, and Dedrick Knickerbocker. He started a magazine Salman Gundi between the years 1807 to 1808. His important works are the Sketchbook of Geoffrey Crayon. It was a collection of 34 essays and short stories, in which we have two important stories, Rip Van Winkle and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Next we have Tales of a Traveller. It was a collection of essays and short stories. Then we have the next writer is Walt Whitman. He is known as father of free verse. Ezra Pound considered him America's poet. His most important works are Franklin Evans or the Inebriate, A Tale of the Times, which was published in the year 1842. Then we have Leaves of Grass. It was a poetry collection published in the year 1855, in which we have Song of Myself, I Sing My Body Electric, Calamus Out of the Cradle Endlessly Rocking, Beat Beat Drums, When Lilacs Last and Duriad Bloomed. It was an elegy on Abraham Lincoln. Then we have Oh Captain, My Captain, again an elegy on Abraham Lincoln. So that's all for today. If you have any query, you can post your comments in the comment section down below. And keep watching Litvari Readers. Keep loving literature. Thank you.